Scattered across the most remote corners of the planet are tribes with traditions that seem to defy reason, yet have endured, untouched by time. What drives a person to partake in extreme rituals? Why do men compete to see who has the biggest belly? And how do entire communities survive without electricity, money, or writing? These are not just customs, but profound expressions of identity, survival, and belief that challenge everything we think we know about humanity. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey to discover 20 tribes around the world with strange and shocking customs. Let's get started. In India, along the Ganges River, live the Aghori, a spiritual group renowned for their unconventional approach to understanding life and death. The Aghori believe that all aspects of existence, including decay, reflect the divine and aim to overcome fear, judgment, and attachment. Their practices often involve elements that mainstream society avoids, yet these are approached with deep reverence rather than rebellion. They are devotees of Shiva, the god of transformation, and choose a life of renunciation, relinquishing comfort, family ties, and conventional living. Some meditate near cremation grounds to contemplate mortality and embrace acceptance rather than fear. Symbols like ashes or sacred relics remind them of life's impermanence. These rituals are performed with respect and never cause harm to others. Visitors to Varanasi may witness aspects of this tradition, offering rare insight into a worldview that challenges common perceptions. Though their customs may appear unusual, the Aghori pursue a vision of seeing the world beyond illusion. The Aghori believe nothing is truly good or bad. Do you agree with that idea? How has your view of right and wrong changed over time? Comment and chat with me. While much of the world focuses on losing weight, the Bodi tribe in Ethiopia celebrates large bellies. Each year, unmarried men compete to gain the most weight, earning status and admiration. For several months, contestants live alone, drinking only cow's milk and blood, key parts of their diet. They avoid solid food and activity to focus on gaining weight. On the big day, men wear body paint and jewelry, then walk before the tribe. The winner is named hero of the tribe and becomes a top bachelor. A big belly represents wealth and prosperity. The Bodi are made up of 15 clans, each led by an elder. The tribe is overseen by a Karo, who chooses his successor through ritual before death. Today, about 7,000 Bodi people remain. They rely on cattle and pasture land, but modern development, like dams and land deals, now threatens their way of life. Before continuing, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, please hit the notification bell and subscribe. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? The Mursi tribe of southern Ethiopia is known for its unique beauty traditions. They create raised scars on their bodies, viewing them as symbols of beauty and social status. Mursi women are especially known for wearing clay lip plates, with larger plates considered more attractive and often linked to greater dowry contributions. The Mursi also decorate their bodies with white clay, which serves aesthetic, practical, and spiritual purposes, such as sun protection, insect repellent, and symbolic meanings. Young men engage in the donga, a ceremonial stick-fighting competition that demonstrates strength and readiness for marriage. Their homes feature low entrances to help keep out wild animals such as lions and leopards. Visitors are welcomed with traditional white paint, applied to their faces as a sign of friendship and respect. The community grows sorghum, which children often chew like sugar cane, and fire is made using traditional methods, though modern tools like lighters are sometimes used. The Sentinels, a tribe living on North Sentinel Island in the Andaman Islands, are known for maintaining their isolation from the outside world and actively protecting their territory. The island's dense tropical forests provide them with natural security, and their population is estimated to be between 15 and 40 individuals. Researchers believe the Sentinels are descendants of early African settlers who arrived approximately 30,000 years ago. Their lifestyle reflects a culture centered on hunting, gathering, and using tools like spears, bows, and canoes. They have also repurposed metal from shipwrecks found on their shores. Due to their choice to avoid contact with outsiders, Very little is known about their culture or way of life. Attempts to establish contact, such as offering gifts like tools, food, and jewelry, have not succeeded. The Sentinels accept such gifts cautiously, only if left unattended, and they are known to resist outsiders approaching their island. The Hadza of northern Tanzania live much like early humans did 10,000 years ago. They have no agriculture, permanent homes, or possessions beyond what they carry. About 1,300 Hadza live near Lake Eyasi, choosing to maintain their traditional lifestyle despite modernization efforts. Their society has no formal leaders, property ownership, or fixed marriages. People move freely between groups. Couples may live together by choice and separate without a formal process. Long-term partners traditionally live with the woman's mother. Short-term unions are not considered marriages. Relationships are open and free from social stigma. The Hadza drink from natural water sources like lakes and streams. They do not farm or raise animals, even during food shortages. They gather what they need daily, without storing or conserving. When collecting honey, they take the entire hive rather than harvesting selectively. Hunting is done with handmade bows and arrows. They pursue various animals, including those considered dangerous. Children begin learning these skills early, often catching small animals. Some hunting methods involve hiding or exploring caves. Occasionally, meat is eaten shortly after a hunt with minimal preparation. Men focus on hunting and gathering honey, women gather fruits, roots, and other plant foods. There is no food storage or trade system. If food is scarce, they go without. Cooking is traditional, using fire made by friction and roasting food over open flames. Though their lifestyle may seem simple, the Hadza rarely face starvation. Their survival is rooted in deep knowledge of nature and their environment. The Korubo or Diaslala are an isolated tribe in the Amazon rainforest that avoids contact with the outside world. They are known for defending their territory with force. The first official contact with Brazilian authorities in 1972 led to conflict and loss of life. Limited contact resumed in 1996, allowing for basic health support, but the tribe continues to avoid outsiders. The Korubo have responded with violence to unintentional intrusions, including an incident involving 3 loggers in 2020. They rely on traditional hunting and gathering for survival, using large wooden clubs and blowguns with poisoned darts. Conflict plays a significant role in their community dynamics. They have clashed with neighboring groups and have experienced internal divisions, including a recent split into 2 opposing factions. The Brazilian government respects their wish to remain isolated and enforces protection of their territory. This policy allows the Korubo to continue their traditional lifestyle with minimal outside interference. The Zulu tribe of South Africa, with around 11 million members in KwaZulu-Natal, is one of Africa's largest ethnic groups. They observe detailed traditions around premarital abstinence for both men and women. For women, this is considered culturally important. A symbolic ceremony involving a reed is traditionally used by elders to signify adherence to these values. This practice is ceremonial and not based on scientific methods. For men, a separate cultural rite involves a public demonstration believed to indicate personal discipline and adherence to tradition. Like the women's rite, this is symbolic and not medically validated. Despite lacking scientific support, these customs remain deeply rooted in Zulu tradition. Zulu society is organized under chiefs, who report to a cultural king. Though the king holds no official government power, he has great respect and authority within the community. Having many wives is accepted and associated with prosperity, and men offer cattle as dowries when marrying, and the number of cows reflects their status and ability to support a family. Clothing shows social and marital status. Girls and women wear different outfits based on whether they are unmarried, engaged, or married, with hair length and style also playing a role. Zulu men are trained in traditional war dances that demonstrate strength and discipline. These dances are more than performance, they express qualities valued in a husband and community leader. In the highlands of Ethiopia, the Konso tribe, with about 350,000 people, practices strict gender separation. Men believe as part of their cultural tradition, that frequent contact with women may weaken their spiritual energy, so they sleep apart, even after marriage. Konso villages are stone-built mazes. Each married man owns a compound with 3 huts, one for sleeping, one for eating, and one for livestock, fenced with branches and wood. The most important buildings are moras, tall halls used for ceremonies, meetings, and as male dormitories. Boys and men sleep there to protect their vitality. This belief is so strong that some men allow their wives to sleep in separate spaces to maintain their own traditional beliefs about energy and vitality. Men and women live in separate social spheres, maintaining distinct roles. The Konso honor the dead with waga statues, carved from wood and sometimes incorporating symbolic remains, sculpted to resemble the person who passed. Though traditional, the Konso are also modernizing. They weave their clothes, drive cars, and sell crafts at markets. Children don't watch TV, they make colorful wooden toys instead. Their elaborate paintings act as visual history books, preserving Konso customs and teaching future generations. Konso men do marry and have families, but they believe moderation is key. They believe that too much closeness with women may reduce their strength, so limited contact helps them maintain balance. This results in women having strong roles and men carefully guarding their spiritual energy, showing how the Konso blend tradition with selective modern life. The Mosuo community of about 57,000 people near Lugu Lake in the Himalayas are known for their distinctive culture and traditions. In their matrilineal society, women hold authority, and inheritance passes through the female line. They practice walking marriages, where partners do not live together, fostering harmony and reducing conflicts. Children are raised within the maternal family. Coming of age at 13 is an important milestone, marked by a change in clothing. Girls wear skirts and boys wear trousers. Traditional dresses reflect their cultural heritage, and religion blends bond practices, such as ancestor worship and a mother goddess, with Tibetan Buddhism. While tourism has brought modernization, some elders worry about preserving their traditions. The Moken people, about 3,000 in number, live almost entirely on the sea near Thailand, Myanmar, and the Andaman Islands. They spend their lives on wooden boats called kabang, which serve as homes, kitchens, and transportation. A single boat can support a family, with space for cooking, sleeping, and storage. The Moken are physically adapted to ocean life. They can hold their breath for minutes and have larger spleens that store extra oxygen. They also see underwater without goggles, helping them gather food from the seafloor. According to legend, their ancestors were sent to sea by a grieving king whose daughter was lost to the ocean. Science, however, traces its ancestry to Austro-Malaysian hunter-gatherers from the Indonesian archipelago. Life on the water is challenging, with frequent tsunamis and storms. These natural disasters have taken a toll on Moken communities, causing loss and prompting some to move to land. Their boats are efficiently built for rough seas, with areas for food, sleep, storage, and small shrines. Children learn to swim before walking, and by age 5 they are already diving for food. Education is passed down through hands-on experience, not classrooms. In recent years, some Moken groups have faced encouragement from authorities to settle on land. These changes may lead to a decline in their traditional, sea-based lifestyle. The Pirahã people live deep in the Amazon rainforest and challenge many common beliefs about language and thought. They have no numbers, no concept of time, and no creation myths. They also limit sleep, believing that waking up changes who you are. Instead of numbers, they use general terms like few and many. One fish is just fish. What matters is whether something is enough. They don't follow sleep schedules. They take short naps, usually 15 to 20 minutes, while sitting or leaning against a tree, avoiding long sleep to reduce perceived personal change. Pirahã people change their names several times throughout life. Each name marks a stage, such as childhood, adulthood, or elderhood, showing their role and age group. Emotions like guilt, shame, or resentment don't appear to play a major role in Pirahã culture. If something goes wrong, they focus on solutions, not blame. Despite contact with outsiders like missionary Dan Everett, the Pirahã have continued to follow their traditional way of life. Their language is complex, using tones, whistles, and hums to communicate across the forest. They have no words for yesterday or tomorrow. Everything is viewed as now or not now, and they live fully in the present. If you could spend a week with one of these tribes, which would it be, and why? I'm genuinely curious to hear your pick. The Pygmy tribes of Central Africa, especially in the Democratic Republic of Congo, are among the shortest and most isolated people on Earth. Most adults stand between 4 and 4.5 feet tall and weigh around 77 pounds. Many do not live past age 40. Children mature early. By age 8 or 9, they may take on adult roles, including marriage, according to traditional customs. Marriage involves simple exchanges, a few arrows, or small items like straw or tobacco. Men may have more than one wife if they can support them. Childbirth happens in the forest using traditional practices, without medical assistance. Outsiders are rare, and visiting strangers often draw curiosity from local children. Their diet includes wild game, insects like ants and beetles, and forest foods like beans, mushrooms, and fruits. Cannabis grows in the area and is used in traditional remedies and rituals. Children often eat raw tubers straight from the ground. Clothes are often worn and torn, and homes are basic, with clothes for beds and combined living spaces. Some families have two-room homes made from clay or branches. Despite hardships, the Pygmies build churches, play games, and stay joyful. Children play soccer with balls made from tied plastic bags. Their culture includes tattoos, beadwork, and short hairstyles. With deep forest knowledge, they survive in tough environments, but their remote location and lack of resources make them vulnerable to health and economic challenges. The Surma are an ethnic group primarily residing in Ethiopia, with some settlements in South Sudan. They are divided into 3 tribes, Turgachai and Bada, but share similar customs and values. The Surma engage in cattle breeding and agriculture, maintaining their traditional way of life despite modern influences. This approach sometimes leads to challenges, including governmental pressures from Ethiopia and South Sudan. Although the Surma are open to occasional visits from outsiders, they keep many of their rituals and traditions private. Their customs emphasize appearance, with practices such as intricate body paintings, herbal decorations, and body adornments like ear and nose rings. Surma women are also known for wearing lip plates, a culturally significant tradition. The use of lip plates involves gradually stretching the lower lip to accommodate plates of increasing size. Within their culture, this practice is a meaningful expression of identity and beauty, as well as an important part of their social traditions. While this custom may seem intense to outsiders, it holds deep significance for the Surma, who view the body as a canvas for self-expression, celebrating individuality and pride in their heritage. The Karo tribe of Ethiopia, with only 1,000 to 3,000 people, lives along the Omo River and is known for its traditional body art practices, some of which involve physical endurance. They use white chalk, red clay, yellow stone, and charcoal to paint patterns on their faces and bodies, with small white dots as a signature style. Each family has 2 houses, one for living, one for gatherings. A key ritual is the Dini ceremony, celebrating young girls and preparing them for womanhood. Before this, girls are described using a term meaning untamed, as they are not yet seen as ready for adult responsibilities. As they mature, women may share husbands, a custom that shapes family life. One of the most difficult aspects of the past Karo tradition was the belief in Mingi children, thought to bring misfortune. In earlier times, such children were not allowed to live due to spiritual beliefs. Thankfully, this practice has been officially ended in recent years. They combine temporary body paint with permanent scars in a distinct artistic tradition. While still living in traditional homes and observing ancient customs, the Karo also engage with modern Ethiopian society. Their small population makes their culture vulnerable, but they continue to show strength and pride in preserving their identity. The Asmat tribe, located on the southwestern coast of New Guinea, occupies around 19,000 square kilometers and has a population of about 70,000. They are known for their intricate wood carvings, inspired by their belief in the spiritual power of trees. According to legend, the Asmats were created by Fits who brought carved wooden figures to life through drumming and singing. The tribe compares the human body to trees, with legs as roots, the torso as the trunk, and the head as the crown. They believe spiritual forces can influence life and longevity. To honor those who pass away prematurely, the Asmats carve statues called Te and perform rituals with drumming and dancing to send them to the afterlife. The statues are then placed in the forest and covered with palm leaves. Some traditional practices tied to older rituals were discontinued in the late 20th century, reflecting contemporary values of compassion and respect for human rights. The Indian government strictly prohibits visits to certain islands to protect isolated tribes from external contact. These tribes, like some Melanesian communities, historically interpreted encounters with advanced civilizations through their cultural frameworks. During World War II, U.S. military bases in Melanesia dropped cargo, which some tribes perceived as gifts from deities. Inspired by these events, they replicated actions observed by the soldiers, constructing straw replicas of planes and towers and painting symbols like USA on their bodies. After the war ended and the cargo ceased, some tribes believed the connection to these gifts was disrupted. This phenomenon contributed to the term cargo cult, describing actions based on imitation without understanding underlying processes. The Chukchi are an indigenous group from Northeast Asia, primarily residing in Russia's Chukotka Autonomous Okrug, with a population of approximately 16,000. Their exact origins are uncertain, but they are believed to have settled in the region around the 3rd century BCE. Their traditional way of life has remained largely unchanged, with the addition of schools and hospitals in the 20th century. The Chukchi are categorized into two main groups: reindeer herders and coastal hunters. The herders rely on reindeer for meat, milk, and transportation, while the coastal group focuses on hunting marine animals. They traditionally hunted seals and walruses in winter and spring and targeted walruses and whales in summer and autumn. Traditional hunting tools such as harpoons and spears have been replaced by firearms, making hunting more efficient. Their homes, known as yurtas, are polygonal tents covered with reindeer skins, secured with straps, and weighted down with stones to withstand strong winds. Inside, the yurta features a heated living area called Yoronga and a front section known as Chagan, with a central fire. The living space remains warm enough for light clothing. Although the Chukchi engage with modern civilization, they remain deeply connected to their traditions and customs. The descendants of the Inca civilization, known as the Karo, still live in a remote part of the Andes in Peru. Their population is estimated to be fewer than 600, classifying them as a vulnerable ethnic group. During conflicts in the late 1980s, the Karo sought refuge in the tropical forests for safety, where they continued to build homes, raise alpacas, and preserve their customs. They also received support from the Peruvian government in the form of essential services like drinking water and basic supplies. While maintaining contact with modern civilization, the Karo actively worked to protect their identity, culture, and spiritual traditions. They emphasize spirituality rather than adhering to a specific organized religion, although some have embraced Christianity through missionary outreach. Their spiritual leaders, often referred to as priests, focus on maintaining their cultural heritage and practices. The Karo remained largely unknown until 1949 when researcher Oscar Nunes encountered them during an expedition in the Andes. He noted their use of a language similar to that of the Incas. According to their oral history, some Inca ancestors survived by retreating into remote forests and mountains, ultimately forming the Karo community. Despite their connection to Inca heritage, the Karo value their reclusive way of life as a means of preserving the legacy of one of history's most influential civilizations. In a remote valley nearly 8,000 feet high in northern Pakistan, the Hunza people, about 87,000 strong, believe they hold the secret to long life and health. Some say they live well past 100, even up to 120, while staying physically and mentally sharp. They trace their roots to soldiers of Alexander the Great, though this is debated. Regardless, their lifestyle is known for supporting strong health and longevity. There are also local stories of women giving birth at older ages, though these are not verified by science. The Hunza report low rates of illness, and some researchers have noted fewer common diseases, though evidence remains limited. Their diet is mostly vegetarian, with meat eaten only on holidays. They also fast and consume dried apricots as part of their tradition. Their water comes from glacial melt, rich in minerals they believe support healthy aging. Physical activity is part of daily life. Elders walk long distances, and there's no concept of retirement. The Hunzas are also known for their distinct appearance, which, along with their lifestyle, has gained international interest. Researchers continue to study their way of life, which may offer insights into physical and mental well-being. We've just explored 20 of the world's most fascinating tribal customs. Each tribe has found its way to solve life's challenges, showing that modern life isn't the only way to live. While we chase progress and personal success, many of these cultures value community, spirituality, and nature. Which tribe stood out to you? The Aghori with their spiritual rituals? The Sentinelese who reject all outsiders? Or the Hunza, who claim to live incredibly long lives? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey through unique cultures, subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss future videos. There are still so many amazing traditions waiting to be discovered. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.